Hello, how are you? This is Julie Bling, and I have another project using Season of Chic bundle. And this one is focusing more on snowflakes and Christmas. And this is the third in the series. I plan on doing 5 different cards, trying to make them all very different. And this one is wintry and cold. The air conditioner is on inside and I'm cold, so this is perfect. So let's get started. Here are the papers. And base paper, we'll just fold it in half. Pool party. As you can tell from my my sweatshirt. I like pool party. I use it maybe a little bit too much because I think I already did one project, the seashell one, and that was pool party too. Okay, so one of these will go on the inside. One is for here. Then dies, gotta love dies. So on this white piece of paper, I'm going to do, I probably need a bigger paper, a few snowflakes. So this big size snowflake, I'm going to do 1, 2. I need a bigger paper. One of the little ones, right here. A medium one. Oh, and a tag. Okay, I need a bigger paper, but I have it all ready to go. And this one is for the sentiment. This one is for the gold. I love this one. Very interesting. It's the matrix. And this big one for the designer paper. Ooh, and look at this white snowflake. I'm going to try to make sure to get that. And this is the medium size. Okay, I have them all done. Let me grab them. So it's a total of 7 snowflakes. Oh, and this right here means something. I'll show you about that in a minute. Are you looking at that like, what is that? It's kind of cool. It's the ribbon. Okay, so 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Okay, so this, I'll tell you what this is. On the words, I noticed that I didn't heat it all the way through and it was still powder. So I went to heat, and I had the ribbon already on it. This is what the heat tool does to the ribbon. It's a little bit crunchy, but it looks real ruffly and really, really cool. So let's try doing that. This one I just left plain. So let's see how that goes. Okay, we'll start by doing the snowflakes on here. And a little bit on the inside. I kept my paper, my well-loved paper. So the snowflakes, see these right here? And here? And then we'll use blending brushes to resist the ink and put a little bit of color behind the snowflakes. Okay. So for now, and then on the inside, just like that. Oh, I didn't put who I saw this on Pinterest. Hold on. I have to give credit. This is done by, or uploaded by Betty Guthrie, Guthrie. Betty Guthrie, thank you for your art. I love this card. Okay, back on task here. So snowflake and Versamark, and on the inside there's more snowflakes and a little I love you. And you know, you can hardly see it, but it just adds to the calmness, I think, of this card. Oh, and then on the tag, too. Okay, so let's start with the front. Snowflake, I know that one will be seen. I want them all to be seen. So it's kind of hard when you're stamping Versamark, which is clear ink, onto white paper because you can't see it. I can't see it. I don't think you could see it. Let me put this in the powder. So you could kind of see that. So I'm going to heat it. Just a minute. Looks good. And then that other stamp, that's the background stamp, this stamp right here. I'm going to put that in Versamark, just in places other than where the snowflakes are. So it looks like it's just like little dusting of snow. So I'm just doing these in between. And I know that the tag is going to cover a lot. So yesterday I started sneezing and I'm like, oh my gosh, I've got COVID again. Because I had it a month ago. And keep in mind, I've had all kinds of shots. So I took a test last night. Because of course, before you go to bed, you're feeling a little ugh. And it came back and it looked like I had it again. So just now I'm like, I'm feeling just fine. So I went and I took another test just now, and it's sitting here. I think that's negative. Looks pretty negative to me. It was a free test. Did you know you could go online to, I think it's freecovidtest.com, and you put in your address. They ask like 3 questions. None of them, and they're free. None of them are like, oh, you're trying to get my information. And then they just mail them to you a few weeks later. So, pulled out one of those, and it's a 2-pack. I used one last night, one today. Looks pretty negative to me. Phew, I'm all relieved. It's like, what am I going to do if I have COVID again? Looks good. Okay, so a little bit on the inside with snowflakes and I love you, I love you. What's it say? It says just plain old love you. So That can go right here. Then, and this snowflake, it's such a delicate image. The snowflake, I really like that. And a few down here. Hope I'm not overlapping them. It's hard to know. And then after I do this, then I'll do the little freckle things. My embossing powder has all kinds of little freckles in it. Good thing I'm vintaging this. Okay. See, if Tony was here, he'd look over at me, he'd go, "You're coughing. Do you have COVID?" And a few baby snowflakes. You're probably like, that's a whole lot of work and something for nothing. But when we do the blending brushes, yeah, that's where the fun happens. Okay, one more and then that's it. Oh, you know what? We have to do the tag too. Okay, I'll do that in a minute. This is like a study in white embossing powder. I hope you could see as I'm doing this. Okay, front done, inside done, and where's the little tag? So here are my other cutout pieces. The designer paper tag, I did that. So this one here needs just the same treatment, but it's really small, so it won't take too long. So on here, snowflake. Right there, and up here. I don't know that one will be seen. Well, I like the little love you on that too. Just a hint, just little words. Oh! I don't know if there's room for this. Right there. Done. Okay. Okay, now hopefully we're done. So let's get to assembling this. This is the inside. So these need the blending brushes. And if you don't have these, you should get some. They're a lot of fun. So I'm thinking all these pieces are going to want blending brushes. So for the blending brushes, I have 3 colors. So I have 3 brushes. I have the 3 ink pads. I have Sahara Sand, Smoky Slate, and Pool Party. And what the goal is next is to apply a little soft bit of color over the top of the heat embossing to make the snowflakes stand out. So I was a little bit heavier here on the tag, and inside you can see a little bit of the blending brushes. So I'll start with Pool Party. And I'm looking for separate areas, because if you just did the whole thing in Pool Party, the whole thing in Sand, the whole thing in Smoky Slate, it would just be a big old mess of neutral colors. So on these, I'm just picking out a couple spots to put Pool Party. It's a little darker than I'd like, but that's okay. This is the inside of the card. So spot, 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 maybe a little bit more down here, and then in the corner. And I'm just going to leave it like that because I've still got the other colors to go. And then same with the tag on the front, and I'm purposely going to be a little bit heavier on this. And I really want to get that snowflake to show through. Then maybe a little bit up there. And this looks great as it is, but if you apply just a hint of color, it makes the words stand out a little bit more. Okay, so that's done. And then the front, same thing. And if you haven't used a blending brush, take it a little bit heavy-handed, and swish right in the middle, like round swooshes, and then test it on your paper. That I didn't get much ink on it. Many times right when you touch down, you're going to see the bristles. And then as you start swooshing in circles is where you get the soft glow of color. And the less ink on the bristle tips, after you've used it for a little bit, the softer the color becomes. So you could see a little bit heavy there. That's almost a little too dark. That's really dark. But here it's starting to get soft and nice. It's like a fine line. And you could put more and more pressure on it, but I'd suggest circular motions, or if you want to do like a landscape or oceanscape, start off the paper and go across. And it will be heavier at the edges, but you will get color in the center. And if you wanted color in the center, you could really push and focus on that. But try to have long strokes. Okay, so a little bit more Pool Party. And if ever you look in your stamp pad and you notice there's a whole bunch of little white freckles, that means something was not heated all the way through, and I didn't turn the powder into a solid shiny piece. And if you do that too much, your stamp pad gets a little ugh. But if ever that happens, get a handy lint roller and roll it across, and it will pick up all those little bits of embossing powder crumble. Okay, so this is Sahara Sand. And I'm going to do a hint. See, right when you go down it, you see the bristles. I'm going to do a hint of the Sahara Sand just because I have gold accents and highlights on here. So that's why I introduced this color. I'm not sure that Mother Nature has Sahara sand coming down from the sky, but because this card has gold on it, I'm pretending like it does. And see how I'm going in separate areas? Every area has their little zone, and it kind of drifts into the color next to it. That looks good. Okay, I'll do a little bit on here. Not too much. Oh, that's heavy ink. But you know, sometimes that's what makes it look really good. Kind of like a surprise. I'm trying to leave room for the smoky slate so it could have its own little zone. Trying. But at the same time, I kind of feel like I'm filling it all in. But I want that. Isn't it nice how the snowflakes start to appear the more color you apply? Okay, smoky slate. So, you know, a few weeks ago how I mentioned Bo had these little, like, ouchies on his tummy. He's going to the doctor right now. So let's see what the doctor says. He's so excited. As soon as I say the word truck, he is, like, going crazy. And he barks the whole way. I think he has to announce to everyone, hey, my people are taking me for a ride. It's a little bit quiet here. There's no dog knocking at the door. How's that? And smoky slate. That's a pretty tag. Just like that. You could put a to and from on the back. Or you could put a wedding announcement, save the date. April 14th, 2023. Guess what we were working on? Invitations. Okay, so this is the front. So the tag is going to be going through there. And I saved some room for smoky slate blending brush action. That's a workout, but I think it's done. Okay, it's done enough. So here are all kinds of lovely pieces. Oh, and we had to try that. Kind of excited about that. Blending brushes. So this is inside. Do you think that's dark enough? The love you? I mean, that's the only message. There, now it is. Maybe I was just tired. Okay, so we're assembling. Pretty, pretty. So soft, so pastel. And this is a front. It's no good when the thing isn't making gear movements. Okay, so what side is that? I don't know what that is. It's like, how do these things happen? I just might have to put a pearl over that. I don't even know what it is. Okay, that's where a pearl will go. Okay, so we got that. So let's start building the tag. First of all, this can just go right about there. See, I think it's just allergies. Well, this is Monday. I don't have plans till Friday. But that test looks negative. Excuse me. Okay, so these are all going to go on with dimensionals. It's really pretty paper. Okay, so the ends are stuck down. So where the ribbon goes through, I'll put just a little bit of glue. Oh, we have to do that ribbon thing. I think this is the perfect time to do ribbon crunchy ruffle business. So need about, and I know I'll trim the ends of this. So I'll put that through. Then take a little bit of linen thread. There's probably a more efficient way to do this, but this works. And I'm just going to kind of gather the two ends, then I'm going to do a double bow and stick it on the top. But for right now, I just want to kind of cinch and hold in place this pool party ribbon. Okay, so not that it's off. Actually, that looks kind of good. I put the knot on the back, and I'm going to stick these little pieces right down here with, sure, a dimensional. Okay, so I'm going to try that ribbon crisping, curling, because this is right where I saw that the embossing powder didn't, it wasn't heated thoroughly. Okay, so that was kind of wild, but I kind of like it. What do you think? It's really random, and you could see that if you get too close. Can you see right there how I kind of burned a hole through it? But look how it made it all curly. I kind of like that. We're so artsy fartsy. Cover up that too. Okay, a pearl. Maybe I'll drop this down just a little bit lower to show off that ribbon. You know, right here, it's not cooked enough. Just a minute. Look at that. Like, in a weird way, I like it. Okay, in the comments, let me know if you like it or not. One sample? No crazy ribbon. The other sample? Crazy ribbon. So, you could do whatever you like, but it's good to know that you could do that. I wonder if it's just with the sheer ribbons that we can do that. Okay, just like that. Or maybe a little lower. No, I'll hold these down with maybe a glue dot or something to make them even look more crazy. Okay, I like that. That little bit, happy mistake. Okay, so let's finish this off with a double bow. I'm trying to do a little one. Okay, and that's a little one. So put that on with a glue dot and then kind of add some glue around it. Because I know sometimes just the little glue dot doesn't hold. Okay, so at least we'll get this part done. Then move on to other parts. This here popping up is going to drive me crazy. Okay, and next is add on snowflakes and pearls. Oh, I have to control this somehow. So there's a glue dot. The glue dot doesn't want to stick to the embossed area. Oh, now it is. Okay. That might need some liquid glue supplement too. This one could go right there. Okay. So if I put this, it's going to soak through the ribbon, dry clear. Okay, good enough. So let's build that one snowflake. This one is 3 layers. So because it's 3 different dies, it's this one of these, and the little guy. glue, 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 glue. And this perfectly fits right on here. Okay, and then a mini dimensional right in the middle. So what is that? Because snowflakes, aren't they always supposed to be perfect? It kind of looks like a heart. Otherwise, I don't know what that is, so I'm just going to pretend like it's a heart. Okay, our Build It snowflake is done. Okay, how's this coming? That curly ribbon, this is a little more refined. This is a little more nature crazy. So I like the big one down here, the big snowflake. But I have to cover up that whatever is going on up at the top. Then I'll put a little one right here, and then a little one down at the bottom, right in here. Okay, so this one, kind of tuck it in underneath a bit. This one could go here, and then there's one right up here. Oh, and this one by the tag. This one just goes down flat. And then this last one, go right up there. Some nice words on it. We had to reprint it. And so I had this sheet of Stampin' Up! Basic white paper, which is my favorite. And Michaela's like, I'm sorry, I'm going through your paper. I'm like, it's fine. I'll stamp on it and then I'll color something over the top. It'll be fine. And I'm thinking, it is fine. I didn't want her to feel bad. But look at that. You can't see a thing. You can't see any details of the wedding. Okay, so other than pearls, I think the top is done. Pearls. And I'm going to put probably more than I should on. I'll put 7. Oh, where's that big ugh right here? There, the card is perfect now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe I need more. 5. They say odd numbers. Found me some glue there. 6, 7. Okay, we are decorated on the front. Okay, I'm feeling that. I like both of them. And, oh, the inside is done. We're done. Just like this. So, there it is. The Christmas wintry snowflake version of Season of Chic. Okay, till next time, have a great day. Bye.